and welcome to the DIY Photo Organising podcast, focusing on topics to help you with your photo management. I'm Chantal from Photos in Order.
And I am Fiona from Photo Helper. Hi, Chantal.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Great. Another episode today of a QPA, questions people ask. So today our question is, what's our take on photo sticks?
Yes, wow.
So interesting little question. And look, it's all over social media. You see the pop-ups on the ads all over the place, get this photo stick and this, and this can miraculously solve all your problems. If photo organising was only that easy.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, then we'd be out of work, wouldn't we?
It's true. And then people wouldn't have to listen to our podcast. They'd just grab a stick and they'd be done.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to disappoint you. It's not the magic one.
I know. It's not the magic pill.
No. So, have you used them personally before, Fiona? Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, look, I don't use them as a method of collecting helping my clients or recommending them. However, I have actually purchased one as a gift because I guess there's certain times that you could use them. But there was a situation where I knew of a very dear friend of mine who had their phone was full and they didn't have access to be able to download their phone, and I just purchased this for them and sent it to them in the mail, had the company send it, and it worked brilliantly for the purpose that it was designed for, which was to download the photos off their phone onto the stick, and then they could put that onto a computer and just back up so they could clear out their phone. And it was fine. It was absolutely fine. So I have had that experience with it, but I don't use it as a regular way of just sort of the catch-all, let's get all your photos and gather. I don't gather the photos that way.
Yeah.
But I find that some of the options may not be we can go through our reasons, but that's my personal experience. How about you?
Yeah, I have used not so much the sticks, but they actually also, well, it depends on the brand. I've been using Picture Keeper, and they've got a bigger hard drive, like I've got it here, so that's a 500 gig hard drive that you can put into your Mac or PC, and it will find all the photos and copy them. So they're not going to be moved out of the PC at this point in time. They just copy them. And I have used that a lot, not so much recently, but in the past I've used it oftentimes to extract photos from people's computers if they were all over the shop.
Yep.
And that came in really handy. So I used it as a means of transfer, but not as a means to back up. And that's what it's really sold for, to back up your photos, not so much maybe to transfer them. And I've used it, I don't know, maybe once or twice on a phone, and it worked. But I've also used a similar one by SanDisk. Just like a normal USB that sticks into your phone. What that one doesn't, because it is like a normal USB more or less, what that one doesn't, and Picture Keeper and the photo stick would do, is that it really just copies the photos. But Picture Keeper and photo stick, what they also do is you can tick a box and say don't copy duplicates, so it does sort of clean up a little bit. And I think you can also choose in what structure you want to copy the files over, so you can either maintain the structure, or I think the newer versions now allow you to sort automatically into chronological folders, but I haven't tried that out, so I'm not sure how that exactly works. But
so I think I think the thing is, there's so many variables when you're looking at your photo organizing and managing your photos, and it's not just the one place that with the stick you kind of assuming, okay, this is the one location that I have all my photos. So look, it definitely has has a place, I think, for the use.
Mm.
On larger projects where people have got a lot of stuff in a lot of different places, it may not be big enough to really manage all of that process. And then what images you're actually gathering, it needs a little bit of sort of background knowledge on what the file formats are that it's grabbing, and then will it update, say, with the new, say you've got an iPhone and you're using a hike file, HEIC file format, and different variables like that. So I just say my advice would be to have a good look around and read all the reviews. You know, we're speaking from our own personal experience. You know, we're not doing a review of them.
No.
That's our take on it. Would be I wouldn't use it personally for photo management and organising for clients. That's just my personal take.
Yeah, and I'm only using it for transfer, if at all, and it, as you said before, it becomes more complicated because there's now new photo formats, not just the JPEG, which complicates things. And there's also the fact that people with iPhones who upload their photos to their iCloud photos and only store optimized sized photos on their phone. This is what the photo stick will copy. So you're not copying your original, but maybe only a thumbnail sized file, and that's not what you want. That's not a backup. That's what not, you know, we don't recommend that. So it gets a bit more complicated, as you say, I find. Yeah, so, you know, sort of, yeah, do your research. And I also think it, from what we always talk about, and with the 5 golden rules, it goes back to your, you know, the backup, and also the why. What's the intention? Why do you want to use it? Just as a transfer, a means to transfer photos, or as a backup option? So that might depend a little bit as well.
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely. That's good. Hopefully that's helped. That's at least given our take on what the photo stick world has to offer. But there's new ones out there that are coming up, and so just keep an eye out for it. And you know, if you want to, give it a go. We're not saying not to. We've definitely both used them before, but just be aware of what your bigger picture is.
Very good.
Good.
Okay, so that's it for today. As always, you find some links in the show notes, and we always love to connect with you. So if you want to leave a review or a comment or feedback or questions, we always very welcome your questions. So we can keep going with our little QPA series, which is real fun. So we'd love to hear from you.
Wonderful. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, and happy organising. I'm Fiona from Photo Helper.
I'm Chantal from Photos in Order. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.